What's going on? This is Kareem from DJBoot.net, and I'm here in the lab with a quick rundown video review of the new Rane MP2015 Professional Rotary Mixer. So what we have here is a very new product by Rane. It is a completely rotary mixer. If you guys know us here at DJBoot.net, we're a hip hop site, so we're primarily all hip hop DJs, but that doesn't mean that some of us didn't get our start in house music or other EDM style music back in the day, which was the case for me, myself personally. So when I first saw the press releases for the MP2015 Rotary Mixer, I was really excited. The early house DJ in me really got excited for this, and now that it's here and I've got a chance to use it with different software and without software, with regular old analog vinyl turntables and with CDs, I really have become to appreciate the mixing quality that you can present on the Rane MP2015. It's a really fun mixer to use. It's really simple to use, but everything is really thought out and really laid out really nicely for the end user. So first off, we have this very high quality build. We have these nice, beautiful rotary knobs. Not exactly sure where Rane got them from, but they feel very nice to the touch. The full chassis of the mixer is all metal. It has these wood inserts that you guys can see here on the sides. And it's very high classy stuff from Rane here. Very durable mixer all the way around, and you cannot fault this for the build quality. This is a pretty expensive mixer. It comes in at upwards of $2,300-$2,400 bucks at retail, and it's a really sturdy piece of material, a nice mixer all around, and you're never gonna fault anything like this for the build quality. Very high quality stuff. They also have very high quality internals as well, meaning you're getting a very nice audio analog to digital converter system inside of this mixer. It's not a fully analog mixer, by the way. It does convert all of your analog signal to digital, but it does it with very high quality analog to digital converters. So you're getting very superb, very crisp sound quality when you're using this with your vinyl, and also when you're using this with your digital files as well. So before we get into the setup, we're going to take a quick look at the inputs and outputs on the back of this mixer. So let me just see. First, what's on the front is you get two headphone jacks. You have both sizes that you need here, and you also get one on the front top face as well, so that way you can choose, if you have this thing installed, whether you want to have your headphones on the bottom or if you want them on the top. Around the back, we have all your inputs and outputs options here. You have all the way to the left the power button. You also have the power cable where it plugs in here. It's all internal, so of course you don't have any big power bricks that you guys will need. Then you have your two screwable ground posts, and you also have dual USB ports here. You have dual USB sound cards here, meaning it will be easy for DJs to switch over and change over if you're switching from one DJ to another. And you can also switch between software as well, because this is compatible with both Serato and with Traktor timecode. It's also compatible with the other software as well, such as Mix Vibes and Virtual DJ. But to have one mixer that's operational with both Serato and Traktor is going to be really influential in the clubs, and it's going to be really easy for people to switch back and forth on the fly. So you also have all of your other inputs and outputs here. You have your RCAs, which include an auxiliary input that you can select to be functional on any one of your channels up top. We'll show you that later. You also have a session in and a session out, which means you can daisy chain other mixers to this unit, or you can just use it as another input, RCA, line level input that you need, or another output as well. So that way you can have even more control over your mix, or over where you want to send even more sound. You also have digital versions, SPDIF versions of these session inputs and outputs. And then you have your 4 RCA pairs and SPDIF inputs as well, so that way you can have all 4 of your different channels either be selectable between phono, CD, or SP. So you have a nice choice here of what you can actually allow these different signals to be. If you're running completely digital and you have your CDJs and you want to use your digital inputs with these, it will work nicely, because then you don't have that extra conversion that you'll have to do from analog to digital. So you can go straight in through here and get your perfect nice digital feed sound as well. You also have external FX loops, your in and outs, which are RCA as well. And then you also have a really cool feature on your mic combo input. This is XLR and 1/4 inch, but you can make this either work as a mic or you can switch it over to work as a line level input. So it's another input option besides just the aux and all the other inputs you see here. And for your outputs, you have your main XLR and then you have your booth 1/4 inch. So you have a really nice, healthy set of inputs and outputs on board with the Rane MP 2015, and I'm sure this can fit nicely into almost anyone's setup. So of course, us being hip-hop DJs here at djbooth.net mostly, we want faders all the time to do hip-hop music. So if you're a hip-hop DJ or a DJ that's doing other music besides EDM, house music, or other nice flowy kind of dance music, then this is probably not going to be for you. But if you're using that type of music, this is going to be a real joy to play on. So at the bottom, you notice there is no crossfader here. It's all line level volume controls, and you have nice oversized big volume level controls for each of your 4 channels, and then you have a submix channel here as well. The submix is used so that way you can combine different channels that you see here into one channel, so that way you can make your glowing or glaring sweeps of different EQs and different manipulations from one channel instead of trying to tweak 3 different channels at the same time, which you really can't do with knobs because you don't have 3 arms. So all the way at the bottom, again, we have the volume control knob, nice and big and swoopy, and you can just do a nice quick band all the way around and down. You have cue buttons that are nice and big, and they really feel solid to the touch. That way you can cue up what you need to cue up in your headphones with one of these or multiple of these channels. Above that, you have your low high pass filters. You can select these to either be a complete low pass filter, or you can make it be a complete high pass filter all the way at the top, or it can be a combination low and high filter. There is no metal detent here, so if you're using this on low high filter combination, there is going to be a slight dead spot in the middle, but that's only so to save you guys from having one of these filters still enacted when you did not know that it was not in the upright position. And you also have a filter button, so that way you can turn them on and off on the fly as well. Next up, you have your low, mid, and high EQs along with your gain knob at the top. These do have the center detent, so that way you know exactly when you're at the absolute 0. They have a 16 LED strip, which actually lets you see at a glance right where your exact level is. You have so many LEDs here, so you can dial it right in and get that perfect level that you want. And that's why you use these knobs too, because you can get the perfect level of crispness that you want out of your EQ adjustments and out of your volume and filter adjustments as well. All the way at the top, you have a sub mix button. That way you can select a number of these in order to throw any one of these channels into your sub mix section over here. So if we want to throw channel 2 and 3 and 4 into the sub mix, we'll hit those and we'll bounce over here, and we can control all of the parameters of our channels together in one right here in the sub mix section. At the top of that, we have a source selector knob. This actually is a notched knob, so you kind of feel and hear the clicks when you're going through them. You have your 1A, which is the first USB port, and you also have all the way to the right 1B. That means you can select the other USB port depending on the computer you're using or the changeover you're using at the time. You also have a selector that lets you select the CD or phono input or the auxiliary input that you have over there as well. So any one of these channels can select the auxiliary input. They can all select the corresponding phono or CD input on the back, and they can all either select the first or the second sound card in order to get your sound out. All the way at the top, we have a crossover. Now this is a really, really cool section here. You can use this crossover in order to change the different parameters of your mix. Your EQs can be completely changed using this as well. You can completely edit out different styles or different parts of the bass. You can edit out different parts of the highs or the mids in order to get a really crisp, different style of mix. This is actually going to be separate from the different control that you're doing here, so you can do minor tweaks and adjustments on your EQs here, and then you can change those parameters all the way at the end when you're using this crossover. It's really, really fun, really intuitive section up at the top, and I had a lot of fun using this as well. More over to the right, you also have your LED for your master volume level. Lots of volume on this mixer, lots of headroom. Sounds very, very nice and very crisp, almost all the way up into the end. You have a big oversized main volume knob and then a booth volume knob below that. Below that, you also have your FX loop section here where you can turn the FX on, and you have a wet and dry knob here. And you also have a main and sub switch, which will allow you to just enact what's on the sub with your FX loop or the whole main. So really cool little section here that you have so you can control some of your external effects loops that you may be using with the MP 2015. Next up, you have your session in and out section here, where you're allowed to throw your session in also to the sub mix if you want, and you can change the volume controls of the in and the out RCAs that you have on the back. Next up, you have your microphone section here. The microphone section has a gain and tone control knob along with a ducking button, which is like a talk over button. It will duck the volume of your whole performance so that way you can hear the mic, and you have an on-off switch here for that as well. Below that, you have your Q section. The Q section has a control knob for your volume level in your headphones, and then you have a pan so that way you can pan from whatever is playing in the Q to what is ever the master. And you also have a split Q function there where you can press the button, split Q is enacted, it'll let you hear your master in one of your head cups, and the other one you will be able to hear whatever you have in the Q section from these channels. Next up, last but not least, is the submix section. Again, it's very similar to the other channel sections that you see here, but you use this section to combine as many of these different channels that you want into one, and then you bring them over to the submix so that way you can have more fun mixing as well. Okay, so in conclusion, the new Rane MP2015 Rotary mixer is an absolute joy to use for anyone who's mixing different type of house or EDM style music, and they really want to have fun and a new and intuitive way of doing it. It's a very high quality mixer. It's built with excellent build quality all around. It has these excellent rotary knobs that just feel like they're built to last, and they're really great at getting a nice dialed in precise mix for the current mix that you guys are working on. It also has the dual USB ports on the back, so that way it makes cutovers and crossovers and changeovers between DJs or between software. If you have two different computers running two different software and you want to, in the middle of a mix for some reason, switch between the two, you'll be able to do that here. And this is a great mixer to do it with because it's compatible with both Traktor and with Serato. Of course, with Serato, you're going to have to buy the Serato DJ Club Kit, which will come with Serato DJ and also the time code activation for you, so that way you can use your CDJs or your turntables for time code control. And it also has that really cool isolator section at the top, which allows you to change the crossovers and the parameters of your different EQs. And it also has that really cool sub-mix section, so that way you can manipulate many of your different channels at once on the fly. And the only real downside that I can see with this mixer is that it's probably not for everyone. Like we said before, if you're a hip-hop DJ, then you're not really going to be able to use this for your sets. And also the fact that it's pretty darn expensive at about $2,400 retail. So for more on the full written review, you guys can head on over to www.djbooth.net/DJS or click on the link in the top video description. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe so you guys get more videos just like this. And as always, thanks for watching.
Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. Really? Damn right. Really? Yeah. Yeah. What's the deal? Why you niggas stay down my scales? Dude, keep it real with yourself. You know your ass still playing, keep it real. Really? Yeah. Wally Coyote, I'm the nigga with the plans. Niggas wouldn't last one day in these vans. Niggas couldn't grab 1K of these fans. Believe me, it ain't easy. Shout out to my nigga G-Eazy. Super duper Kyle on tour, girl, gotta come see me. Got more shows than a motherfucking TV. Really? Yeah. Put me on the track and I really gas. My worst shit sound really good and their best shit's really bad. You the dude? Really? Yeah. Super duper Kyle making moves? Really? Yeah. King Wavy, he's real cool. Really? Yeah. Ain't another nigga that can do it like you. Really? Yeah. 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 Really? Yeah.
Really? No, fuck no. No, this is fucking corny, my nigga. No one's gonna like this shit. Really go fix yours now. Go to fuck.
Shout out to the young.
We'd like to thank our friends over at KRK for sponsoring this YouTube channel. Be sure you guys go and check out our full video review of the KRK Rocket Series Professional Active Studio Monitors.